Oh my goodness, Dale, I love this. I love catching up with you at any point in time. But today, I just want to say a huge thank you for being part of the What Next team, because that's where we're going forward. But just for those who don't know you, this is going to go out in January. I know we're recording it a little bit earlier, but this is going to go out in January to just share who you are and kind of a bit of our journey. So I'd love you to introduce yourself and what you get up to and how on earth we ended up catching up when we're the other side of the world. How did we meet?
I am Dayle and I'm based in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I am a website designer as well as a social media marketing strategist for companies, mostly small businesses. And how we met is we were both in a Fast Foundations course, and then we ended up in a private breakout room, and there was supposed to be 3 or 4 other people with us, but nobody else showed up, so it was just the two of us. And we got on the topic of social media marketing and the vulnerabilities that come along with that, and putting your business out front and having to stand behind it and tell everybody that you know that it is what you are doing now, and basically take over that technology piece in your marketing. And you, to my surprise, when I was giving you tips and asking you some questions, you were very resistant, and you said, I just don't want to do it. I don't like it. It's not for me. And, when I kind of tried to give you my wisdom and just say that, but it's a free resource to us to be able to market our new businesses in this new way. And why wouldn't you maximize on that? And you said, because I feel like people are judging me. And that's always a question that comes, or a comment that comes with new clients for me. So I'm very familiar with this. And I basically said to you, who is judging you? And your answer was somebody specific. It always is. And then the tears came because it was facing something bigger in your life that I wasn't expecting. And I'm not a coach in that way. So I walked you through why we don't actually care about who's judging us, because when we step into our next step, our what's next, our greatest power, it doesn't actually matter, because those voices aren't important anymore.
Oh my goodness. I'm sitting here laughing, but I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I so remember that first catch up, and it was to do with just fears of ex-husbands. And I was living in an area that wasn't home for me, and just in a space that I was trying to move out of where I was to where I wanted to be. And I remember there we were going to Fast Foundations. We wanted the wisdom and insight from Chris and Laurie Harder, who were way ahead of us, who'd done it, who'd got the t-shirt, who were like, woohoo. And then I was in this room with you, and I was like, oh my goodness, this woman's amazing. I need to catch up with her more. This is like, she's just spoken into my heart. She's just like, we've just done open heart surgery in 10 minutes and nailed it. And it was absolute breakthrough. And I still am not amazing. Although, having said that, by the time this goes out, we'll have shown how far I will have come on social media by
Oh,
that
you've
point.
come a long way. Yeah, you've come a very long way. And that's in my business. That is exactly what I want to help people with. I know that especially your website is a huge block for people with their big idea. They think to themselves, I'd love to do this thing, whatever that is for you, but I don't know where to start with technology. And it is a big dark hole. And so that's my area of expertise. Honestly, getting a website isn't hard for somebody that knows what they're doing. And it isn't necessarily as expensive as you think it's going to be for somebody that is experienced and can guide you and be upfront with the pricing so that you know exactly what you're signing on for. And my goal as a website designer, obviously, is to design beautiful websites. But more importantly, and something that I've gotten the great pleasure of doing, is I get to help people live their dreams and start their next. I always say I help people design a life that they love. And my background is actually in interior design and aesthetics. Like I love when something looks beautiful. So I just take those same principles and put them onto your space online to tell your business's story instead of your home story or family story. And but in the process, I've gotten to walk alongside a lot of amazing small and medium businesses that are looking to take the next step to start an e-commerce site, be paid online, streamline their process, stop letting technology stop them.
And you have been such an angel for me, like, because this is my biggest block. It's like, I get so ugly with it. And so for what people don't realize is we caught up about 18, 20 months ago, I think it was, that we were on Fast Foundations. It was the last course that Chris and Laurie did before they moved into their new field of favor and zone of genius. And there was you and myself and Melissa. And then obviously Alison came in through Project Next. And the four of us ended up getting this little hub, kind of.
Yeah.
Girl power is what we called it. And strangely enough, like when I think about how we met, so we were all at the beginning of our entrepreneurial journey or our business journey. We'd done a lot already, but it was like we wanted to go to the next level. It's like we knew that there was more. We knew we could get breakthrough, and we were looking for that breakthrough through Chris and Laurie and through Dean and Tony. And it was like, yeah, but there was something more. What? Because we have rocked up every week in, week out, all of us have just shown up when we're busy, we're heads down, we're buns up, trying to get on with what we want to do. What is it that you've got out of our, I suppose, really our personal mastermind group?
I am the first person to not want to do something like this because it takes away from the hours in the day that I could be making money, working with clients, doing the things. And so when you suggested it, I was like, you know what got me here will not necessarily get me to the next place that I want to be. And I'd been in business running two businesses for quite a long time and had great success. But I knew I had bigger goals and wanted my next step and wanted to see what was next for me. And so what got me to just show up was just the idea that there's more and there's better ways of working and there's better ways of doing things. And then what's kept me there for almost 2 years has been the weeks when I'm really drowning and there's too many projects and I'm just very busy. And I think to myself, I don't want to go this week. I could use that hour for something else that's more productive for me. And that's the place I should spend my energy. But I always show up, and then I always come away saying, thank goodness that I did that, because my week was feeling like I was drowning, like I was treading water and barely keeping my head above. And now I'm got my head back on straight. I got to ask my questions, bounce ideas, my own issues, my own, what do you guys think of this? And this is what I'm facing this week. And you guys get to all give me your insight. And it's all always different. And it's from a different perspective because each one of you has a very diverse background. And it's always so full of wisdom and amazing information that gives me the clarity and the connection to all of you and connection to why I'm doing the things I'm doing to go forward with a clear head and just really, really do a great job and keep my goals at the forefront and not get lost in the work.
Wow, I should have paid you to say that. That is brilliant. That is like gold. But it's true. I think, and all four of us come, and we come with an open heart and an open mind. And I think for all of us, it's that we know we want to get to the next level. We know we don't know it all. And we're open to what others have to share. And I don't think I have ever walked away from any of our weeks of catching up without taking away a new gold nugget. It's like, wow, how do four crazy ladies who don't know each other, who don't even live in the same country for half the year, like I know Alison, she's South Island, I'm North Island, but she's done half a year in the UK too. So we're like, how did this happen? But the joy was it did happen. And we've had this amazing time together. And I'm super excited about you sharing your two businesses, what you do, why you do it with everyone at the What Next event. But I suppose one of the things that I would ask or I'm thinking about is like, why would someone want to come and hear what we have to say? Or, like, you've talked about your design, you've talked about breaking through technology, which has been amazing, and you're such a gift to me. What is it that you've got on your heart that if you could look back at the beginning of our 2-year journey where you were there, or just short of 2 years, where you were there to where you are now, what change have you seen, or what's the bridge for that gap that we can shorten and compact that time for others, that they don't have to hang out every week for 2 years
Yeah.
to get where we are? What is it you think you want to share or bring?
What I always, so when I look back even at my journey, like almost 20 years ago when I started my own interior design business, and I have some challenges and things that are attached to that I'll share in the actual conference, but that made that a really hard choice for me in particular. And when I had self-doubt, which every single new entrepreneur, person chasing a new dream, trying to level up, do something different, we get self-doubt. That's how our brains work. And so when you're going through a series or a season of self-doubt, you need some mantras, you need some things in your mind and some things to fall back on. And one of them for me was always, why not me? Because I would always say, like, why should anybody listen to me? Why should anybody let me design their home? Why should anybody let me design their website? But why not me? I run 2 successful businesses. I am a self-starter. I have many, many beautiful websites to go look at, beautiful homes to go look at. So why wouldn't they trust me? That's what I bring, is I make the world a more beautiful place, whether it's in a home or in a website. And I hope that everybody that leaves me doesn't just leave me with a nice, sparkly new website for their new business and their new idea, but I hope they feel inspired. I hope they feel ready. I hope they feel excited. And I hope they feel like they are about to launch, because they really, really are.
I love catching up with you. You fill my heart and fill my soul. I could just listen to you all day, every day. And I'm stoked that you said yes that day when I was blubbing my eyes out and said, yes, I'll catch up with you. I mean, quite what Dayle saw that day, I've got no idea, but I'm super grateful that we've had the chance to catch up. So for those of you who are either thinking about launching a business or thinking about actually why not me? Why? And it's interesting because one of the things that came up recently was, success isn't just for the rich and the famous and the wealthy and the good looking, although Dayle is stunningly good looking. I'll totally get that. And no wonder that she likes doing aesthetic stuff, because she's like awesome. But it's not just, it's actually for real, ordinary, everyday people who have extraordinary skills. And I can't wait for you guys to hear a little bit more, actually a lot more, about Dayle's story, because it is ordinary to extraordinary. It's how we believe in ourselves and become who we were called to be, whatever that is. So you're going to see her in her zone of genius, but I'm hoping that it also will open your eyes to your zone of genius, to your field of favor. And the fact that we've got beautiful Dayle on board means that she also will be able to help you with websites or social media or getting your business, your zone of genius, out to market. So Dayle, thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. I will look forward to seeing you in February as we go live for the What Next event. Is there any last comment or anything you want to share with anyone as they're on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram as we're pumping this out for people to see?
Just that you can't miss it. You have to be there. You have to learn all the little fun secrets and tips and tricks from all the amazing people that are going to be presenting. It's going to be awesome.